Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Crystal Barrett's May I Scraplift You. And the creative scrapper that I am lifting today is Miss Carrie's Creations. And this is a layout that I picked to lift, mainly because I have garage. That is Mintay's garage that she used for this layout, and I think she did it for just not just for boys club, and I will be using the same thing. This is a photo I am not going to be using it for my layout. I will use one almost like it. This, those are stamps from Tim Holtz. And then I have the ephemera and the 6x8 paper pad. And then I'm going to gut a 12 by 12 piece to use on my layout and white cardstock like Miss Carrie Creations did. Oh, and I am going to use some of those chippies by Mintay, and you can see them over there in the tray, plus some die cuts. I forgot to show the die, but it's laying over there to the right. When I searched it on the internet, it was just a geometric die is what I looked for. Those three little jars there, they're by Prima, and they're called Rust. It has a yellow looking one. Well, I think it calls it gold. And then it's got a red and it's got a brown. I might need a little more practice with them. I have used them before, but it was like last summer and I haven't touched them since. And I, I'm going to I started out with the dark brown first. And that first one, I put it over the whole thing. And then I thought, well, I need to just put it here and there because why waste it? Because I'm going to put the red and the yellow on there. So on the gears themselves, I put it here and there, and then the other colors also. The yellow one being the last because it's the lightest color. I mean gold. I think it is called gold on the jar. I put some on the die cuts too. I tried one yesterday as a sample, and I will remember it in a few minutes and pull it out. And well, I don't think I use all three, but I'll use parts of them. I think maybe a little over two I end up using. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Um, but it looked fine on the yellow. I wasn't sure. So I decided to go ahead and leave it that way and still have quite a bit of the yellow showing. Since those didn't have any bright yellow like that paper is up there, I thought I'd experiment and add some. I used dandelion yellow and English mustard because I do have light and darker yellow on the uh, die cuts there. They, I used the scattered straw on them and made different places a little bit darker. But like I said, I might need a little practice on these. Let's see. Oh, I am going to put some mixed media on the background. Well, mostly just using the stencils on the background. The first one I'm using is the radar one, and it's by Craft Treat. And I am using Lost Shadow and then Hickory Smoke, I believe is what it is I'm using. So I've got two shades of gray there, and I am going to put it in two spots. I considered three, but I just went ahead and went with two, and I didn't put the whole thing. And then this one's a Stampendous one, and it's got numbers and alphas, and I am going to use the scattered straw and then some of that gray there. I believe it's a hickory smoke that I'm adding to it. And I'm trying not to cover the entire yellow parts. I'm just trying to add to the ones that are already there. And I'm kind of scattering them around the page. And then I guess I accidentally cut this part out. But I used that. It's called Sketchy Grid. And I used the graphite, and it's from Prima too. And I used it on there and added it in a few places. And I did pretty good at guessing where all my stuff's going to go. Not perfect, but pretty good. Because, yeah, it's all around there. Oh, and then I used the Bow Bunny stamp that Debbie gave me, and I just added some Stormy Sky around there. It still looked like it needed a little more color rather than be completely white. And then I used the one you know, pretty much my favorite stamp at the moment. The Stampendous one with the crackle. And I added it, and it's from the Close to My Heart Denim Days, I think it's called, or Outdoor Denim. That's what it's called, Outdoor Denim. And uh, I added it around the layout too. I didn't want black, is why I used the dark blue, because there is a lot of dark blue in this paper. And some of it just almost looks black, and some of it is black. But I thought, well, if I add the dark blue, it will give more of a look of, add more blue to the layout. I'm all tongue tied at the moment. I added those papers on there, but I wanted to save some so you can see me gutting what's not going to be showing. I am. I did lay my papers a little different from the original layout, and I added that big one too. So my paper background is a little different, but I do have the same chippy thing up there in the top left hand corner, and a few other things I'm going to put in the same place. Uh, I made a banner out of the place on the bottom and moved it up just a little bit, and I'm going to do a similar cluster, but I am adding a motorcycle. Oh, I forgot to mention my photo. The photo isn't the same. I got to thinking that it looked awful clean for my grungy layout. So I went ahead and was adding some of the graphite to it, just the edges on the papers, not the photo. And I did really good, and I thought I was done, and I picked it up to move it over. There was some graphite on my thumb. Yeah. And I thought, well, I already had the photo printed, is why I was using it. And I had a whole different layout in mind. But then when it was May I Scraplift You, and I seen the one from Miss Carrie's Creations, I thought, I can use it for that. Well, when I went to reprint it, I decided I did it on PicMonkey, and I used it's a filter called Gritty. And I thought, man, all that yellow's gone. And I have got yellow on my layout already. I've got different things that's yellow. So I did the erase thing and took some of it off, the gritty. And so the yellow from the motorcycle showed through, and it goes more with my layout now. So yeah, I use gritty. I think it's kind of a retro looking one. And so it does look a little bit different. It's a lot of black and white with just really light, um, maybe grungy looking color, might be what you want to call it. And uh, I did accidentally answer my phone, and I shut the camera off when I did. Well, I was only on there a minute or two, and I guess I just subconsciously thought I hadn't turned the camera off because I just kept doing things. And then I glanced up, and it was off. And I thought, oh man, it went off. When did it go off? Then I realized it was me. It was all me. I'm the one who turned it off. So there is a little bit of footage missing for some of the things that I put on here. And I wanted to use that pipe up there in the right hand corner, but by the time I put other stuff up there, well, the title, which is Wherever You Go, Go With All Your Heart, my pipe was too long to go there. I would have had to cut part of it off. So I tried to move it, and there was no place to move it, so the pipe isn't going to go on there. But about the picture, that is my great niece and nephew, and they are under a carport, not a garage, but there is a storage shed right there with all the tools and stuff you need. So it's sort of like a garage. So I found a chance to use this. And also down there below, while I am off subject a little bit, I want to mention that there is a playlist that Crystal created for all the layouts in this series. So click on it and find bunches and bunches of inspiration. I am using Tim Holtz. I think it's something brass. I'm not sure what, but brass is in there. And I splattered it on the layout, and that's it. I'm done with the layout. Uh, it was pretty quick layout, especially since I left a chunk of it out. I wished I could say it was lost footage and not blame myself, but no, it was all me. But there's the little cluster down there at the bottom, and I seen that piece of tape, ribbon stuff. I think I cut it off the 6x8 paper bag. I think, I'm not sure. And I put it on foam tape so I could kind of nestle the motorcycle down in there. And that little strip down there that was a Tim Holtz stamp, it says always take the scenic route. And then there's that, well, I think it's kind of a steampunk looking thing, but I like steampunk. So there's that cluster on the left hand side. But yeah, if y'all leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today. I appreciate that too. But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun with the playlist down there and get lots of inspiration. Bye.